Chosen one, stop exactly what you are doing right now and lock your attention on my voice. I am not asking you to listen, I am warning you. The algorithm did not bring you to this message by accident today. Heaven literally intercepted your feed to deliver a highly classified brief that you definitely need to hear. What I am about to expose was legally sealed in the courts of heaven until this exact second, and you were handpicked to receive it. The enemy has spent the last 48 hours setting a massive trap disguised as a golden opportunity in your life. If you scroll past this warning, you will walk into it completely blind. I want you to notice that deep, bone-crushing exhaustion you have been carrying in your chest all week. You keep writing it off as just needing more sleep. You think you are just stressed or getting older. Listen to me closely. That is not a medical condition. That is your physical body absorbing the frantic energy of a massive spiritual warfare. You have been feeling like a stranger in your own life recently. You sit in your car unable to walk through the front door because the weight is so heavy. The dark matrix wants you to believe you are going crazy or losing your edge. But you are not losing your mind. You are a powerful empath whose spiritual radar is detecting an invisible attack. They know you are exhausted. They know you are vulnerable. And they are banking on you leaving this video early so they can keep stealing from you. Your pure golden energy is being siphoned away right under your nose. The deep brain fog you feel every morning is not a coincidence. It is a deliberate and calculated suppression of your divine power. You are the ultimate generational cycle breaker. Heaven perfectly deployed you to win this brutal spiritual war for your entire bloodline. But a warrior cannot fight when they are disconnected from the very power that made them dangerous. The enemy knows your true potential is absolutely terrifying to their dark agenda. So they targeted your physical vessel. For years you have blamed yourself for the delays in your life. You thought you were not disciplined enough to reach the heights you saw in your dreams. But your intelligence and your power were literally stolen from you at the neural level. You were born with a creative genius that was systematically suppressed to make you easy to control. This brings us to the profound truth I promised you at the beginning. The ultimate barrier blocking your massive restoration was never the narcissist. It was never your lack of faith or your inability to pray hard enough. There is a hidden mechanism operating beneath your awareness that has been secretly keeping you trapped in survival mode. I am going to expose exactly what that hidden mechanism is in just a few moments. If you leave this transmission before I reveal it, you are telling the universe you still want to stay in the dark. Do not move an inch. The truth you have been begging God for is finally here, and it is going to shatter everything you thought you knew about your own mind. Let me reframe your reality right now, because you have been reading the signs completely backwards. If you feel this heavy pressure in your spirit today, type 777 in the comments as a sign of your agreement with heaven. You did not stumble upon this transmission by accident. Your soul is hungry for the absolute truth. You are ready to shatter the illusions that have kept you trapped in a cycle of endless waiting. You have spent this entire year feeling profoundly isolated from the world around you. You looked at your empty calendar and assumed you were being excluded or punished. You measured an empty room and called it loneliness. But heaven calls it something entirely different. That was not a brutal rejection from the people you loved. It was a divine interception. Your isolation was a divine quarantine orchestrated by heaven to protect your anointing. God deliberately cleared the room because a message spoken at conversational volume cannot be heard over a noisy crowd. They were given a massive crowd to blend into. You were given a very specific name, and a name is only audible in one quiet place. You are a sovereign celestial being currently operating in hostile territory. The reason your life has been so brutal recently is because your spiritual frequency is absolutely terrifying to the dark matrix. They recognize the incredible power you carry in your bones. That is exactly why they tried to isolate you and make you doubt your own sanity. But the enemy did not stop there. They set a secondary trap that almost nobody ever talks about. Now, I want to pause and hold something in front of you before we continue, because there is one more layer to what has been causing the intense distance you feel, and this specific layer is not spiritual at all. It is strictly neurological. Over the past few years, something profound has been discovered in research laboratories. Most people who sit in spiritual communities have never been told about this discovery. Not because it contradicts what is sacred, it is simply because it came from a direction most of us are not watching. The elite deliberately kept this hidden from you. A small group of neuroscientists, led by a brilliant doctor in New York, spent 20 years studying this. They found something about the way the human brain is designed that explains everything. It explains something most highly sensitive people have felt deeply but have never been able to clearly name. Something so fundamental, it changes the entire game. I am going to tell you exactly what they found later in this message. The answer to this mystery will permanently shatter your old paradigms. But right now, I need you to firmly hold this one crucial question in your mind. What if the reason your mind feels so incredibly foggy is not your age, not a lack of discipline, but because something was literally taken from you? You have been punishing yourself for years, thinking your exhaustion was a sign of weak faith. You look around and wonder why everyone else seems to navigate life so easily while you are struggling just to breathe. Stop doing that right now. Your weariness is not a symptom of failure. It is the heavy weight of a spiritual warrior actively absorbing the blows meant for others. You are the designated spiritual intercessor for your entire bloodline. You have been absorbing the toxic arrows meant to destroy your beautiful family. That deep fatigue you feel in your bones is not laziness. You are not procrastinating on your dreams. You are simply running on empty because your vital reserves were constantly being drained by those who refused to heal themselves. The narcissists and the toxic people who walked into your life were not a coincidence. They were empty vessels sent by the enemy specifically to siphon your golden energy. They saw your brilliant light and knew they could never generate it themselves. So they attached to your spirit to steal what heaven freely gave to you. They manipulated your kindness and turned it into your greatest weakness. They literally forced you to carry their dark shame. They plugged directly into your bright soul, drained your beautiful energy, and left you to suffocate in their toxic waste. And the most brutal part is that they smiled brightly for the cameras while doing it. Your pure empathy was deliberately weaponized against you by a literal parasite. They left you doubting your own incredible worth. You are a highly sensitive emotional sponge, and the Matrix knows exactly how to exploit that rare gift. You walk into a room and instantly feel the heavy burdens of everyone around you. You spend hours drafting long text messages to explain your heart, only to delete them because you know they will never truly understand your depth. You hide your energy just to survive the day. The world looks at your intense need to retreat and labels it as depression or anxiety. They try to tell you that you just need to work harder or hustle more, but you cannot hustle your way out of a severe spiritual attack. The exhaustion you feel is your ancient radar detecting the invisible traps laid out around you. You are carrying a divine frequency that is simply too heavy for this realm. You did not age yourself out of your glorious destiny. You are not broken, and you certainly do not need to be fixed by their modern systems. You were simply molting and preparing your physical vessel for a massive supernatural upgrade. The profound fatigue is just the biological cost of undergoing a complete structural realignment. Heaven is getting you ready for the ultimate billionaire shift. Think about those nights when you wake up suddenly at 3 or 4 in the morning. Your chest feels incredibly tight, and your mind is racing with unseen dangers. That is not insomnia or medical anxiety. That is the sacred watchman hour. Your spirit is standing on the wall, fighting the battles your physical eyes cannot even see. You are perfectly doing the job you were sent here to do. Now, here is where it goes much deeper. And this is the part almost nobody wants to say out loud. The enemy was never just the people who hurt you. The true enemy was the massive system that empowered them. The dark matrix, was intentionally engineered to completely drain your specific frequency. You see, your high vibration is a literal threat to their control. When a chosen one operates at their maximum capacity, they shatter the dark illusions of the matrix. They wanted you kept in a permanent state of blind survival. Because if you are always worried about paying your bills, you cannot focus on fulfilling your divine calling. They deliberately filled your environment with invisible chaos. The noise on your screens and the toxic chemicals in your food are not random. They are calculated weapons designed to scramble your spiritual radar. They knew they could not defeat your beautiful spirit directly. So they targeted the physical vessel carrying your soul. This is the great swindle of our lifetime. The elite knew exactly what kind of power you possessed when you were born. They saw the bright light radiating from your innocent spirit, and they immediately deployed endless distractions to keep you asleep. They want you perpetually exhausted so you never realize who you truly are. Every single time you tried to rise up, a new crisis magically appeared. A sudden financial hit or a strange illness would strike out of absolutely nowhere. You probably thought you just had terrible luck, but heaven declares that luck does not even exist. Those were highly orchestrated attacks to crash your divine momentum. They need you to stay entirely dependent on their broken systems. If you wake up and remember your sovereign authority, their entire fake empire crumbles. You are a demonstrated warrior of light, trapped behind enemy lines. The Matrix is terrified of the moment you finally realize you hold the actual keys to your own prison. Take a deep physical breath and really hear this next profound truth. Unclench your jaw and let your heavy shoulders drop to the floor. Notice what your chest is doing right now. Your physical body is reacting because it recognizes the undeniable truth. You have been fighting a massive war with both of your hands tied behind your back. But heaven was just fattening them up for the final slaughter. The higher they blindly climbed on their throne of lies, the harder the brutal impact was always going to be. The Matrix thought they successfully silenced you forever, but they only managed to push you deeper into the waiting arms of your ultimate destiny. Your golden energy was never truly lost. It was just temporarily suppressed by a system designed to keep you small and compliant. They tried to bury you under a mountain of fake responsibilities, but they did not realize they were planting a seed that was destined to completely overtake their entire dark garden. The external attacks were absolutely brutal, but the Matrix did not stop there. They knew that external pressure alone could never truly break a chosen one, so they planted a subtle poison deep inside your own mind. They tricked you into signing a hidden agreement with your own limitation. They made you the architect of your own delay. You silently agreed to shrink yourself so others could feel more comfortable. You accepted the terrible lie that you were asking for far too much. And over time, that tiny spiritual compromise became a massive biological roadblock. The enemy convinced you to lock your own doors from the inside. You started to believe that your constant fatigue was just your normal personality. You accepted the daily brain fog as a permanent reality of simply getting older. But that thick fog is not who you are. It is the heavy residue of 1,000 tiny compromises you were forced to make just to survive in this brutal realm. This is exactly why you cannot fight a spiritual battle with a broken physical vessel. You have tried to pray the exhaustion away for years. You read the books and repeated the positive affirmations every single morning. But nothing shifted because you were trying to fix a physical blockade with a purely spiritual tool. I need you to anchor your mind right here. Do not let the enemy distract you for this next profound revelation. You must hear this clearly. The constant heavy pressure in your head is not a spiritual failure. It is a severe neurological symptom. Your physical brain is literally stuck in a low-frequency survival state. When the Matrix constantly bombarded you with intense stress, your nervous system completely crashed. Your brain was violently forced out of its natural synchronized state. The two hemispheres of your mind stopped talking to each other. Your spiritual antenna was effectively unplugged from the divine source. You are trying to download a massive billionaire shift on a broken connection. Heaven is actively transmitting the exact coordinates for your supernatural financial breakthrough, but your internal receiver is completely jammed. The signal is incredibly strong, but your physical vessel simply cannot catch the frequency right now. This is the exact hidden agreement you must completely shatter today. You have to stop treating your foggy mind as a terrible character flaw. It is a biological wound that requires a very specific kind of physical healing. God always provides a physical anchor to unlock a massive supernatural breakthrough. I will tell you about the exact discovery that fixes this broken receiver very soon. Remember the mystery from the New York laboratory I mentioned earlier? We are finally approaching the threshold where that secret is fully revealed. Your mind was designed to hold incredible glory, and heaven is about to hand you the key to unlock it. There is something I said near the beginning of this message that I want to firmly return to now. I asked you to hold a specific question about what happens when the brain operates the way it was originally designed to operate, about what was secretly taken from you, and how specifically it can be successfully returned today. The answer to that question is exactly where this next part of the message is going. And everything that has come before this precise moment was simply the context that makes the answer land the way it deeply needs to land. Because what they found in that laboratory is not just spiritual information, it is a physical solution. A solution only becomes truly useful once you understand the full shape of the problem it actually solves. You now completely understand the shape. What I am about to show you is going to connect something you have felt in your own experience with something discovered in a research laboratory, and that connection changes everything. It is going to explain something about your life that nothing else has quite explained before. We have talked about the spiritual warfare surrounding your divine purpose, but the physical mechanism they targeted requires a physical intervention to be fully restored. You cannot just pray away a neurological blockade, you need the right key. In 1981, something was proven in a laboratory that most people sitting in spiritual communities have never been told about. A brilliant researcher named Dr. Roger Sperry received the Nobel Prize for his groundbreaking work. It did not come from a church or a quiet seminary. It came from a clinical research laboratory. Dr. Sperry discovered profound truths about split brain research and how our two hemispheres truly operate. Your brain was flawlessly designed for complete synchronization. When both sides communicate perfectly, you naturally achieve a state of whole brain activation. This is the exact state where miracles and massive breakthroughs occur. Studies show that 98% of children operate at this incredible creative genius level. They process information and connect with the universe effortlessly, but less than 1 in 1,000 adults manage to maintain it. The modern way of life systematically suppresses this synchronization from the time we are very young. Your spiritual disconnection is not a failure of your personal faith. It is a physiological reality caused by a broken world. The daily stress and the toxic matrix slowly eroded your natural synchronization. Your brain was aggressively pushed into a constant state of survival. But your original genius can absolutely be reactivated today. Think about the most brilliant minds in our recent history. People like Nikola Tesla or innovators who completely changed the world. They were not necessarily smarter than you are right now. They simply found a way to keep their brain hemispheres fully synchronized. They operated in a constant flow state that allowed them to pull ideas directly from heaven. You possess that exact same dormant capacity. Before I reveal the specific tool, I want you to hear what happened to two people who successfully restored their receiver. A woman from California described what it felt like before she finally found this path. She had tried everything from intense prayer to daily journaling and every manifestation practice her community offered, but she kept arriving at the same empty experience. She truly believed the sacred words, but she could not feel the reality behind them in her physical body. After just 10 days of doing what I am about to show you, she said something completely cleared. A channel that had been blocked for years was suddenly wide open, not because she tried harder, but because the physical receiver had been repaired. A man from Texas described something very similar. He had spent years holding things together for everyone around him, while his own interior life became thin and distant. He said his daily prayer had started to feel like talking into a brick wall. The spiritual frequency was right, but his biological receiver was permanently turned off. 2 weeks later, he woke up and described his mind as running on all the power it was originally supposed to run on. The thick fog that had been so consistent, he stopped registering it as fog, was completely gone. That is exactly what happens because of what the team I am about to describe finally discovered. A dedicated team of neuroscientists, led by Dr. Daniel Barone in New York, spent years doing the following. They took over an hour of clinical neural sync technology, the kind used in highly specialized medical settings. Through an intensive refinement process, they compressed it into an 8-minute targeted auditory sequence. 8 minutes a day. You just put on your headphones and close your eyes. That is the entirety of the physical requirement. They call it the genius switch. The genius switch uses completely verified science to beautifully restore what the Matrix tried to steal from you. Let me be very clear about what this is. It is not a brainwave product. It is not a meditation app or a basic sound frequency designed to put you in a temporary good mood. Brainwave products only target a tiny fraction of the picture. Sound waves alone are completely incomplete. The genius switch is a targeted auditory sequence specifically engineered to reconnect the two hemispheres of your mind. It is based directly on that Nobel Prize-winning research to safely restore the whole brain activation that was your default state in childhood. It goes far beyond standard frequencies to create a true neurological bridge. But I must warn you right now, the genius switch is not for everyone. It is only for the chosen one who understands that God prepared not only the promise, but the mind that must walk into it. It is for the person who has been absolutely sincere for years and who is finally ready to stop treating their brain fog as a character flaw. Colleagues suggested this would be incredible value, even at $500. In-person neurofeedback costs $300 for a single hour. But Dr. Barone released it at $49, so more people could easily access it. Today, on this exact page, there is an additional $10 off. It is exactly $39. Plus, you receive 4 incredible free bonuses when you walk through today. You get a guided visualization and a smart grocery shopping guide to protect your energy. You also receive a classic manifestation book and a beautiful daily habits infographic. It is completely backed by an ironclad money-back guarantee. Listen once or listen 80 times to make sure it works. If it does not do what it has done for 18,000 everyday Americans, every dollar is immediately returned. You have absolutely no conditions placed upon you. But I need to be very clear about something right now. Pages like this one have a strange way of suddenly disappearing. Information that challenges the matrix does not always stay available online. I cannot promise this specific link will be there forever. The enemy would like nothing more than for you to postpone this until the door is completely gone. If you search for this on other platforms, you will find fake audio tracks. Dr. Barone and his team studied them carefully. Most of those copies had no actual neural sync technology embedded at all. They carried the name because the barrier to faking it is basically zero. The real mechanism is what makes the actual difference. The direct page is the only verified source available to you. If your spirit resonates with what has been described, the link is waiting in the description below. It is also securely located in the pinned comment. You can read every single detail on their page before making any decision. Now, I want you to listen to me very carefully. The tool does not replace God. The tool does not surrender for you or fight your battles. What heaven is doing in your life is not conditional on any physical tool, but a tool that restores the receiver, gives heaven a much better place to land. It gives what God is doing more of what it was perfectly designed to operate within. A tool can gently support your mental clarity, while obedience still belongs entirely to your heart. The deeper current of this message is where we must gently return now, and for the chosen one who felt something stir when the mind was mentioned earlier, that door is still open in the description. It is a very small step, but small steps taken from a clear mind have changed entire seasons for so many people. We are going to close this chapter together now. Let us take a quiet moment to safely seal what has been revealed today. I want you to close your eyes if you are in a safe place to do so. Take a deep, physical breath and hold it for just a second. We are going to permanently release the heavy burden you have been carrying for years. You have carried the weight of your entire bloodline for far too long. Today, you finally hand that heavy baggage back to the universe. You are no longer required to be the emotional sponge for people who refuse to heal themselves. Feel the invisible chains falling completely off your tired wrists. The hidden agreements you made with limitation are now legally cancelled in the courts of heaven. You are entirely free from their dark expectations. Speak this declaration out loud wherever you are sitting right now. I am not a helpless victim of my difficult circumstances. I am a sovereign being of incredible light, and my golden energy is fully restored today. The dark matrix no longer has any authority over my mind or my bright future. My physical vessel is completely healed, and my spiritual vision is perfectly clear. Let that profound truth settle deeply into your tired bones. The heavy prison doors are completely shattered into a million pieces. The warm sun is finally shining on your beautiful face again. You are standing victorious on top of the massive mountain they tried to push you off. Breathe in this glorious, undeniable victory, because you have absolutely earned it. Hit the like button right now to firmly seal your energetic alignment with the universe. Share this video to save another chosen one who might be crying in the dark tonight. Subscribe immediately so you do not miss the urgent prophetic instruction arriving very soon. Now we gently come to the last door. It is the very door I named earlier and have not returned to since. It has not moved a single inch. And everything that was waiting patiently behind it is exactly what it was when I first described it. The genius switch is ready to safely restore your original capacity. It is exactly $39 to walk bravely through it today. It comes with a gentle guarantee that costs you absolutely nothing to try right now. The specific path to it is located in the description below and in the comment firmly pinned to this video. Both of those places point to the exact same door. Neither one will move if you come back to look for it tomorrow morning. This is your moment to step bravely through the threshold and claim what was stolen from you. The brutal wilderness season is officially over. You have survived the intense isolation and the calculated attacks that were meant to permanently destroy you. Heaven is immensely proud of the incredible resilience you have shown through the darkest nights. You are boldly stepping out of the shadows and into a season of massive, unprecedented overflow. The great billionaire shift is no longer a distant promise written in the stars. It is your current, breathing reality right now. Your golden energy is fully restored, and the dark matrix can no longer track your elevated frequency. Step confidently into your undeniable royal authority today. You are God's original instrument, a beautiful first edition that can never be duplicated. As you walk forward from this exact moment, I need you to constantly remember who you truly are. You are the silent watchman on the wall who kept the heavy faith when everyone else abandoned the ship. The dark generational curses that plagued your beautiful family bloodline end perfectly with you today. You are the beautiful cycle breaker they prayed for centuries ago. You did not age yourself out of your magnificent calling. You have simply qualified yourself for a massive supernatural renewal. The painful days of begging for tiny scraps from a broken system are completely finished. Heaven is actively rearranging the entire board in your ultimate favor. People who arrogantly overlooked you will soon watch you rise to heights they cannot even comprehend. Every closed door you cried over was actually a divine protection, keeping you away from rooms that were too small for your destiny. Do not let anyone ever convince you that you are asking for too much. You were specifically designed to carry massive glory, and the universe is finally delivering the resources to match your massive spirit. The tears you cried in secret have watered the seeds of a harvest that will feed your family for many generations. The wait was incredibly long, but the reward is absolutely permanent. Your beautiful heart remained soft in a world that tried very hard to make it bitter. That is your greatest victory, and heaven is honoring that purity right now. I want you to type the words, "I am totally free" in the comments below to permanently seal this sacred covenant. Do not do it for me or for any algorithm. Make it your formal, physical declaration of agreement with the universe today. Let it stand as a monument to the moment you finally took your power back. Go in absolute peace, my beautiful chosen one. The long battle is already won, and your heavy armor can finally stay on the floor. You are endlessly loved, you are fiercely protected, and you are finally heading exactly where you belong.